By episode 4, on a failing project, you start hearing the same phrases over and over. Make it flexible. It's simple. We'll know it when we see it. And somehow, these sentences are treated like requirements. Here's the mad BA truth you need burned into your brain. If it can mean anything, it means nothing. This episode is about spotting requirements that look useful, but actually carry zero meaning. Let's start with what I call fake requirements. Fake requirements sound official. They look polished in documents. They survive meetings, but they don't guide decisions. Examples? The system should be flexible. The solution must be user-friendly. Performance should be optimized. Ask yourself one question. Could two people interpret this differently and both be right? If yes, it's not a requirement. It's a placeholder. Now let's talk about wishes versus needs. On failing projects, stakeholders often express desires, not needs. A wish sounds like, I want a dashboard. We'd like everything on one screen. It would be nice if. A need sounds like, we need to reduce manual effort by X. We need to meet this regulatory rule. We need users to complete this task in under Y minutes. Wishes are about preference. Needs are about outcomes. Your job as a BA is not to reject wishes, it's to translate them. So instead of saying, that's vague, ask, what problem does this solve? What happens if we don't do this? How would we know this is working? Those questions turn opinions into clarity. Now let's take the most dangerous phrase of all. We'll know it when we see it. This phrase is not confidence. It's avoidance. It usually means the stakeholder hasn't decided, the criteria aren't defined, the risk is being deferred. If you accept this phrase as is, you're agreeing to unlimited rework later. Instead, respond with, what would we expect to see? What would tell us this is wrong? What are we comparing it against? You're not forcing perfection. You're forcing thinking. Now let's talk about contradictions, because meaningless requirements often conflict with each other. You'll hear things like, it has to be simple, but extremely detailed. We need flexibility, but no change requests. Fast delivery, but perfect quality. These aren't bad stakeholders. These are unresolved trade-offs. Your role is to surface them. These two goals compete. Which matters more? If we optimize for speed, what do we sacrifice? Clarity doesn't come from better wording. It comes from better decisions. Now let's get practical. A requirement starts meaning something when it has context, constraint, criteria. For example, instead of make it flexible, try the system must support adding new product types without code changes, limited to configuration changes approved by X. Suddenly, meaning, instead of, it's simple, try, a new user should complete this process in under 3 minutes without training. Now it's testable. This is how BAs prevent disappointment later. They turn vague language into shared understanding. Now let's address the emotional pressure. Stakeholders may push back when you ask for clarity. They might say, you're overthinking this, just write it down. We don't have time. Here's the mindset that protects you. Vague requirements don't save time. They borrow it at interest. Every unclear statement today becomes a defect, rework, or argument tomorrow. And now for the mad BA truth that closes this episode. If it can mean anything, it means nothing. Your job is not to write more requirements. It's to write requirements that mean something. Next time, we'll talk about the real reason projects stall. The decisions no one wants to make. This is a project from hell. How BAs actually survive it. And if this episode felt painfully familiar, welcome to real BA work.